Hello, and welcome to another episode of TacoBytes, your daily bite of Degen, episode 511, 511. Updates on BR1 Infinite. We were going to be doing some gameplay tonight, but unfortunately, I'm having to turn this into a quick fight tonight. We're going to come back later on with an episode 511.1 to go play through a couple rounds of BR1 so you guys can see the updates, but for now, we're going to have to do just a quick bite. And what I want to do on that quick bite is just sort of recognize the market as it's taken a huge slide a little bit today. There has been some stables that have stayed. And, you know, there are a few things that actually have gone up and that have beaten their resistance and 1 year resistance marks, which have provided high new lows. I guess you could say that. But one of the biggest losers on the day, you know, Bitcoin, you know, over the last couple of days, we've seen go almost all the way up to 49,000, now trading around 42,797. So we have seen close to $300 million worth of liquidations on longs, you know, in the last 24 hours, which has really impacted the market. We're starting to see more money still pour into the BTC ETFs, and so we're wondering if the underlying asset is being sold off to be bought at, some interesting stuff there. So please mind your marks on any positions you may have, because everything does get tied together a lot. ETH has hit new highs. New highs for this year, new highs over the last year and a half, and some really good resistance marks, getting over that 22,400 or 2240 1 year resistance mark, which is a good indication for ETH, and ETH continues to rise. It is down slightly at 2546. Oh my gosh, darn. Remember when ETH was over at 1500? How much of it did you get? Remember when Sol was at $8, $9? How much did you pack on that a year ago, before Bonk sort of kickstarted the economy, getting Sol back up in the $20-15 range? Now we're seeing Sol down right now to around $91, but it is trying to rebound and people are buying it up. A lot of people are getting into meme coins. A lot of that's coming up. We're seeing a lot of movement on that. One of the interesting tokens that is up still, is TRX, still trading around 10 cents, slightly above 10, at 10.68 cents, doing some awesome stuff there, bringing solid stability on the staking side of things. So this is one of those things to where one of the things that people can do with TRX is stake it to earn energy and bandwidth, sell that, or stake for the network and earn more TRX and compound that in. So there's a good trade-off mechanism there, providing to others to be able to transact, even if you're not doing it, and getting paid for that. So there's some really cool economic incentives within the flywheel of Tron. We've seen Matic take a little bit of a dive as well, down to 86 cents, and so that is an interesting piece. I love saying that Matic is at 86 cents. These are things that are down, and they're still higher than they have been, for the last year. One of the funny pieces that we're seeing is Atom is dropped right below $10 at $9.99, and we're starting to see OP hit some new highs at $3.88. Injective is up to $36. Some cool stuff going on there. One of my favorites right now, Filecoin, is at $5.92. I think that there's a lot of play to make within Filecoin. We're seeing some cool moves within the HBAR ecosystem, which is good. It's now trading at 7 cents. So if you'd had HBAR when it was 3 cents or 5, where it's been for a while, some great movement there. A token that I don't know. I feel like it's going to have its heyday again. I'm not sure what it will look like compared to the past, but I think Crow might have trading at 8 cents right now. Remember, got as high as like 90 cents and a little bit higher here and there for a second. Some cool spikes within Crow. that is the crypto.com token. Some interesting plays that are going on. WeMix is still down a little bit, down to 258. Neo is up, from $12.20 now. And so there's some really good opportunities there. One of the ones that is interesting, Gala's up to 2 cents, 2.5 cents. And another good token that you might want to get in on is Axelar. It's trading at $1.01 right now. I would pick some Axelar up, especially with Interchain Quest coming on board soon. Their Interchain token protocol in competition, competitor to Layer Zero's OFT, Omni-Chain Fungible Token, and some really cool stuff Layer Zero. So get ready for Layer Zero. There is some big plays within Cosmos in the Leap ecosystem. So please take that look, and we'll post our Leap wallet airdrop hunt sheet soon. And we'll see what we have to do within that. Some other big players that you might want to get your hands on. But Bat's going to have a heyday again. But Glimmer and Stella Swap. And yes, I do have a DEX that is on Moonbeam. Glimmer is the gas for Moonbeam, but it is trading at 40 cents right now, up from 25 cents. And it easily can 10x during the next bull run. Last bull run, it had hit into the $5 marks. So it's easily going to be able to hit that, and we have that. I think we are now roughly 107 days away from the Bitcoin halving. So some interesting plays are coming in there, and there's a lot of market movements going to happen there. So one thing I wish would get floated out is a lot of the bot play. Traders aren't able to make trades on their own. They shouldn't have a bot do it for them. If I just sort of think that brings interesting plays into the world. WorldCoin is up to $2.80. I think that is a strong play, especially as they are tightening down on their grant recipients, meaning less supply. What does less supply mean? More scarcity. More scarcity means better price action. So I would, continue to DCA into WorldCoin, or buy a small bag and hold, not putting all your bags in one chip, all your chips in one bag, but making sure you have some fun. But I do think that there's a lot of room to move within WorldCoin as well. One of the tokens that sort of had its moment and is sort of coming up again on this dip, I would get into it, is Prime and Glint. Prime is for Parallel. And one of the other big pieces on the NFT side would be getting into BR1. We were going to be playing some BR1. We're going to play some BR1 later tonight for episode 511.1. TacoBytes After Dark, I guess you could say. But some interesting pieces still in the world. One, definitely go see what you can get within the Sweep protocol system. Sweeper Finance, Sweeper Fi. You'll soon see their link in my bio. Why would you see their link in my bio? Maybe I'm working for them. Nah, I am working for them. So helping bring knowledge on the cool shit that they are doing and building out. Yeah, so I think some really cool stuff is going on there. I'm really excited. So that's some cool stuff going on. I hope, it's all going to be good. One of the things that we do have right now, let's see here, we have last token that I have on my radar. Let me get back from that. I I think there's going to be some cool plays within Dodo as Dodo spreads its wings, as well as STG, Stargate. And where is Polis within the Solanas Atlas ecosystem? And I have a lot of heart with the Vega token and the Vega team. So I am buying a little of that because I know the team and I see the work they're doing. I don't use the protocol. I'm not part of the ecosystem other than saying hi. But I feel that there's a lot of builds going on there, and there's going to be a good return piece there. Another interesting piece would be, as we go down the list, I think you might be able to find some cool movement within. So Neon, yeah, I would get your hands on some Neon, and Zybeck. I think those are two really good buys there, as well as. Oh no. INX, I would on Avalanche, and I would love to see some stuff out of Kevlar or Clever, Tron Wallet piece, and then Beefy token, some cool stuff because Beefy's always building out. So I think some really cool things are going to happen there. That is it for tonight's episode. We will come back with episode 511.1 and get some actual gameplay in. I apologize for having to call out a quick bite. Some things came up. And so, yeah, emergency came up that I have to handle, but we wanted to get this episode in like we get every episode in every single day for a long time now, but 511 days straight of TacoBytes, your daily bite of Degen. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Huge shout out to everyone joining us on LinkedIn, 0xDegens YouTube, Player One Taco YouTube, Twitch, Telegram, Kick, Unlonely, Rumble, and Twitter video, as well as those joining us on Twitter Spaces. Or those listening to the show afterwards. So those are my predictions on some cool token pieces and where I have some cool plays at. And also had a really cool conversation with Plume today that sort of wants to do something different than Kinto. So might be some action there in Plume. Check out their testnet. I'll post about them later and hopefully have some more talk with them. But as always, we end every episode with our words of wisdom and the best, worst knock-knock joke on the face of the planet. And our words of wisdom are always the same. We've said it for 510 episodes so far, so we might as well make it 511. But a closed mouth cannot be fed, and you cannot feed a closed mouth, meaning if no one knows you're looking for opportunity, opportunity can never come a knocking. If opportunity does come knocking and no one answers, it's going to keep on walking. With that, I want to thank everyone again for joining us tonight. And we will see you later as we're playing some BR1 and maybe even some parallel. See what upgrades are going in that season now as well. But we're going to have some fun. And as always, we end with the greatest worst knock-knock joke. Love forever to Liam. And we end. Honor to those before us and honor those behind us and those that come after us. But knock, knock. Who's there?